It's a point in the season where both sides look to try and bring things forward. And for the Elmira Pioneers, it comes down to the final 2 weeks. As they enter into this one, they get just a couple days removed from that beginning spot. But right now, they have to look against a team who tries not to get swept on the season series. It's the fourth meeting between the Olean Oilers and the Elmira Pioneers here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Anthony Labonte taking you through the action here today. And for Elmira, they had that big win yesterday over Newark where they took the victory 23-0. And now looking at the standings, they sit and 14-13 on the year. They secure that fourth spot here with Niagara currently right behind them at 14-1. Batavia, they beat Niagara Falls yesterday, came back and won that one 22-6. Jamestown, they play Batavia today. They're sitting at 27-1 right now. Auburn, 17-10. They dropped to Geneva yesterday. Olean, they sit at 11-15 so far this year. Have a couple of games coming up against teams in Newark and Niagara Falls. They hope to bounce back and go towards 500, come close to that spot for 4. Geneva, they're 11-16 right now. Niagara Falls has fallen all the way down to 9-21, while Newark, they're 4-20. We take a peek real quick at the starting lineup for the Elmira Pioneers. Caleb Delaney, he starts this one once again in right field. Nick Spanner, he's back in the lineup. He's going to do the catching here today. And Brett Baker's the 3 spot once again. Manny Castro plays cleanup in his 3rd game on the season. Then Alex Davis, he's the designated hitter. Jack Aylward returns. He did not play in the last game against Olean. Looking to try and play here. And then following that, Tyler Adamo, followed by Tyson Gingrich, Jalen Tidwell, and Manny Esley. As Caleb Delaney steps up now, he's in the left-handed batter's box and get ready to go. Brennan Roche on the mound for the Oilers. First pitch upstairs for ball 1. Official start time 6:31 p.m. here from Olean. Pioneers so far this season 3-0 versus the Olean Oilers. Next pitch goes in there. It's going to go low, 2-0. And so Caleb Delaney gets ready to go here. He gets his spot set. The pitch, that one, upstairs, 3-0. And Caleb Delaney so far this year, 436 on the season. He's 5 for 7 against Olean. Roche gets set. He throws. That one is going to go for a strike. That one just goes down center lane for the strike. And Roche looks ready to go here so far in the year. This is going to be his 6th start. He's got a 1-2 record. The pitch, that one's hit on the ground there by Delaney, and it's going to go into the outfield. And that's going to be a single once again for Caleb Delaney. 6 for 8 against Olean this season, and it's a leadoff single for him. And now coming up is going to be Nick Spanner. He did not play in the game yesterday, a late scratch from the lineup, and now he steps up. He was replaced by Brandon Dubeck yesterday, who hit the first run of the game on a home run. Spanner now gets ready to go here. He enters with a 3-game hit streak. As Roche looks over towards first base, and now he's going to get squared on the mound. He delivers that one inside. Spanner gives his lean back over there. It's going to remain 1-0. And with Caleb Delaney on base, opportunity to keep things moving. In that last game against Olean, he had a triple that started things off and allowed Delaney to score. That one fouled back. 1-1. And so for Spanner, he looks to try and improve his numbers on this one. And as Delaney gets his little lead over there, Roche throws that one. That one's going to bounce in the dirt. Not able to make the play there is Carruthers, and that will move Delaney over. So pass ball moves him on over towards second base. And so now it's a 2-1 count with a man in scoring position just like that. And with all that scoring yesterday by the Pioneers, have to see how that translates into today. Roche gets ready to go here. He kicks and deals. That one swung on there by Spanner, and that's going to head into the outfield once again. Delaney's going to get the sign to stop over towards third base. It's a single for Nick Spanner. He's on a 4-game hit streak now with that one. So now Brett Baker comes up, the all-star for the Elmira Pioneers. The all-star list released earlier today. 4 pitchers made it for Elmira. That was Landon Birch, Larson Birch, Luke Richards, and the man on the mound for them today, Brendan Hayes. Their only fielder, Brett Baker. As Baker enters in with a 10-game hit streak, number 10 looks to extend that to 11. Man on first, man on third. Roush gets ready here, trying to get the first down to the top half of the first. Pitch comes to Baker. That one swung on a miss there for a foul ball, so that's the first strike. As he gets ready now. He did not play in the last game against Olean. It's going to be his next time against them. First time playing at Olean. As Roush gets set here. The pitch, that one swung high into the air. Heads towards shallow center field. Going for that one and going to make the grab there is Grant Fournier, and that will be the first out on the board. And with that, let's take a peek at the fielders for the Olean Oilers. Derek Stout, he's at third. Shortstop is Armanis Romero. Thomas Bates is at second. First base has Jack Painter. From left to right, it's Connor Vercaloni, Grant Fournier, and Cooper Tarley from left to right. And Brian Rothers sits behind the dish for the first time this season. So 1 out now for Manny Castro. Made his first start of the season on Wednesday against Olean. And that one, his first at-bat, was an RBI single. Let's see if he can do that once again here. But first pitch will be a called strike against him. As Delaney gets sent over there. Pitch outside. Have to wonder if they're trying to do a double steal attempt, but Spanner not normally a man to steal a bag. It's going to go 1-1. With a point in the double steal, of course, to distract the fielders and allow for your man on third to score. As pitch comes in there, that one swung on by Castro, and that's going to head into the outfield. 1 run will score in Caleb Delaney. Nick Spanner will stay over at second, and that's another RBI single for Manny Castro in his first at-bat against Olean. It is 1-0 Pio's lead already. As they are now looking in the lead through just 1 out. And now it's a man on first, man on second, with Alex Davis stepping up, batting .302 so far today. He gets ready to go as Roche kicks and deals. That one set on the ground there by Davis. Grabbed by the shortstop there, and Romero flip over to second to Bates, who gets it on over to first in time to Painter for the double play. That's a 6-4-3 that gets out of the inning, but 1 run scores. Pioneers lead 1-0 over Olean here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Bottom of the first incoming now between the Elmira Pioneers and the Olean Oilers. Brennan Hayes on the mound for the Pioneers. He was named to the All-Star team today. He is one of just 4 players to have complete game shutouts this season. Those other 3, who of course made the All-Star list, Larson Birch, Landon Birch, and Luke Richards. Landon's was last night against Newark. That's who Hayes got his against as well. His complete game shutout was on July 4th in Game 2 of the doubleheader against Newark. Now he steps up here, looking to continue against Olean. One of the best strikeout pitchers in the game right now in the PGCBL. He averages about 12 per game. Just one of 2 players to be above 40 strikeouts on the season. The other player, Landon Birch. He had 11 punch-outs yesterday, so we got to 447. And now coming up is Armanis Romero. He's batting .346 so far this year and looks to try and take things forward. Hayes looks to build on that reinsurance he had just 6 days ago. As 1 run scored in the top half, that came off an RBI single by Manny Castro. First pitch, that one is going to be outside, ball 1. And so the first inning has always been, outside of the last time, a struggle for Brendan Hayes. But the second that he gets around it, he's able to absolutely work. As that one is hit into foul territory, it's going far over there, too far. It'll go for a foul ball, 1-1. As he said, the first inning scaries is one he sometimes possesses in the beginning. However, he gets back and inning 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if he makes it, 7 if he's going the complete game like he did against Newark. As Hayes gets set now, 1-1 to Romero. The pitch, that one is going to be in there for a strike. Good throw there by Brennan Hayes. This, of course, being his 6th start on the year, a 4-1 record for this one. Hayes gets set. He kicks, he deals. That one is hit into the air. It heads over towards shallow center field, going back for that one, but running on in and attacking is Brett Baker for the first out. And with that, let's take a peek at the Elmira Pioneers fielding for this one. And at third base, it's Manny Castro. Jalen Tidwell's at shortstop. Manny Esley plays second base here today. Jack Aylward's at first. In the outfield, from left field to right field, it's Tyson Gingrich, Brett Baker, and Caleb Delaney. While Nick Spanner is back behind the dish, catching for Brendan Hayes. So following that first out of this inning on the fly out towards center field, coming up now is going to be Thomas Bates. And I mentioned the All-Star teams for Elmira. Thomas Bates made the All-Star team for Olean. He's batting .341 so far this season. Olean had 2 members make the team. Thomas Bates and the man coming up next in Derek Stout. 1-0 count. Here comes the pitch from Hayes. That one will run inside. Ball 2. So a 2-0 count now incoming. As Bates did play in that game back on Wednesday. And in that one, he just went 1 for 4 with a single in the 7th inning. That one is sent back there towards right center field. Going back for that one and making the snag is going to be Delaney over there for out number 2. So first 2 come up and they go down. Now coming up is going to be the next batter here, and Derek Stout. And Stout comes in. He's the third baseman for this contest. When he played as the designated hitter in the leadoff spot against Elmira on Wednesday, he went 2 for 2, a single and a double, but then also had a pair of walks. Trying to see if he can continue what he had there now against Brennan Hayes. Both times now the ball has gone into the outfield on a swing. That one is going to go low for ball 1. One-0 count now coming in for Stout. As I mentioned, all-star this season for him. Pitch, that one is going to be outside. It's going to go for ball 2, so it's a 2-0 count now. As we'd like to say, as we did on Wednesday, we thank Olean for allowing us to be here on the road for the game, and we appreciate them for allowing us to bring our camera. Of course, our view sets are only so limited, so any sort of obstructions here we apologize for. 3-0 count now incoming for Stout. The pitch, and that one is going to go for ball 4. His third walk in 3 days here for Derek Stout as he gets on. First base runner coming on for the Oilers as they get ready to go here. Now coming up is going to be Aiden Willard, the designated hitter. Batting .319 so far this season. He played left field the other night. Now he gets ready to go here. He ended up getting substituted later in the game, but he went 1 for 3 with a double. Also walked in the contest. 2 outs here, man on first. The first pitch, that one swung high there into right center field. Going for that one is going to be the center fielder there in Brett Baker for the third out. So 3 go down through 4 batters in this one. We head to the top half of the second. The Pioneers have the lead. It is 1-0 here from Olean, New York. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top of the second incoming now. Pioneers lead 1-0 over Olean from historic Bradner Stadium. As coming up now is going to be Jack Aylward, who snaps up here. He's got 3 home runs so far this season, and all 3 home runs have come on the road in Newark, in Geneva, and in Batavia. He looks to try and get another one here. Did not play in the game on Wednesday, so we'll see how he plays in this ballpark. As Roche gets ready to go now, he delivers here. That one swung on there, heads towards center field. It's going back there and making the grab. Back over towards the warning track is going to be Fournier for the out. Very close there. Just got maybe 380 feet on that one. The center field goes 390 though. So out goes in there. Now coming up is going to be Tyler Adamo, who gets ready to go. He's in the extra hitter spot today, not playing second base, replaced by Manny Esley just for this contest, as that one goes in there for a strike. So 0-1 count coming in now for Tyler Adamo. Started the season towards the top of the lineup, but has seemed to garner his spot in the middle section, as that one will go in there for a strike as well. It's an 0-2 count incoming now, as they get ready to go here. Pitch, that one is upstairs. It's going to go 1-2 here. One-two count coming in for Tyler Adamo. The throw, that one outside, 2-2. As Roach gets set, he looks down towards his catcher once again. Carruthers, first game behind the dish. The pitch, that one swung on there by Adamo. Heads towards left center field, going for that one, and making the grab is going to be the center fielder in Fournier for the second out. So back-to-back times, the ball has gone towards the center fielder in Fournier. And now it's going to be 2 outs coming in here, with Tyson Gingrich now stepping up to bat. Batting .280 today. He had a pair of doubles yesterday, including one that scored a pair of runs. So now he gets ready to go. Tyson Gingrich steps up here. And good job so far by Roche to hold off the Elmira Pioneers' attack following that first inning that scored a run. And that one drops in there for a strike. Delayed call there for a strike. So Gingrich now working on the back half of the plate, the left-hander. That one swung on a miss there for a strike. It's 0-2. So Gingrich now getting back in here. He had difficulty the other day against Olean, where he ended up batting 0 for 4. The pitch, that one in there for strike 3 to end it. Roach gets his first strikeout of the day, and it comes on 3 pitches looking there by Gingrich. We head to the bottom half of the second. It is 1-0 Pioneers lead. Bottom of the second, Cooper Tarley now steps up here. He's batting a total of .274 on the season with a pair of home runs. And if he could get one over the wall here, that would allow this game to be all tied up. Brennan Hayes returns to the mound. Through 2 games, 8 scoreless innings he has thrown. As Hayes gets set right now. Kick and deal, that one is going to go wide. Of Spanner, it'll be ball 1. Ball hit the dirt in the other batter's box and went past. Hayes does a good job at trying to paint those corners. That's been his road to success. In that game against Newark, he was able to get the inside corner to his benefit. Trying to do that here once again. The pitch, that one is going to be in there for a strike, just a little below the letters. It's going to be a 1-1. So Hayes trying to get a punch down here. He averages about 12 a game with a 2.32 ERA. That's the second best in the West Division. Hayes delivers. That one swung on there, and it's go past the glove of Aylward. It's the first hit of the day here for Olean. It comes off the bat of Cooper Tarley, and now one goes on here. As now coming up is going to be the catcher here in Brian Carruthers, who steps up now. He's coming out here from the College of Florence Darlington Tech, where he's a junior there. 6'4" righty gets up his first at-bat of the season for this one. So Tarley on first base, gets his lead-off man on. That one down in the dirt. Spanner grabs it, makes the throw, but holds on. So moving on over to second base will be Cooper Tarley. And so now it's a 1-0 incoming with a man in scoring position. Carruthers. He saw a man who had his first hit of his season on Wednesday in Manny Castro in his first game, trying to do the same thing here. The pitch, that one down low again. Good block by Spanner. It's 2-0. So for Hayes, both of these pitches so far have gone into the dirt as they get ready to go. A 2-0 count coming in now for Carruthers. A 1-0 lead with Caleb Delaney coming home in the first. The pitch, that one will be a fastball for a strike by Hayes. So it's a 2-1 count incoming now. Hayes getting set. Dixon deals. That one is going to be there for a strike again. So back-to-back fastballs gets Hayes the 2-2 count here as Tarley is getting a good lead over at second base. Going to try and move through. So now they get ready to go. Bench, that one fouled away. There. 2-2 here coming up. Once again, this is the fourth and final meeting of the season between these two teams. Two of them have been at Dunn Field. The other one here at Bradner Stadium back on Wednesday. The Pioneers 3-0 on the season. The pitch, that one swung on a miss there for a punch out. The first strikeout of the day by Brennan Hayes and his 41st on the season. As now it's one down, Cooper Tarley remains on second base, and coming up is going to be Jack Painter, the first baseman of this one, currently batting 182. Looking to see if he can get back over the Mendoza line here with a swing of the bat. As he's got a man in scoring position, looking to try and bring him on home. Hayes looks back and delivers. That one swung on there, heads towards the foul territory. So 0-1 count now incoming for the first baseman, who comes in for this one, and he enters in coming as a redshirt sophomore out of Bryant and Stratton University in Virginia. That one's hit on the ground, foul. Grabbed there in foul territory by Jack Aylward. Here, it's going to be a 0-2 count coming in. Hayes looks down. We're going to see if he can record another strikeout to get the second out of this inning with after the leadoff single that then was able to move over towards second. The pitch, that one, low, ball one. 1-2 count now incoming. As right now, Aylward plays a little bit further back. Of course, No infield dirt right now as that one goes in for strike three. Catches them looking. Second punch out back to back by Brendan Hayes. So now coming up is going to be the next batter in Braden Rader, the extra hitter. So Rader is batting .280 on the year, looking to try and see if he can get a piece on that gets the run home. In the last game, Olean left 10 runners on in the contest. That led to the 4-2 loss for them. Pioneers looking to hold a man on here once again. The pitch, that one is going to be just out for a ball. 1-0. So for Braden Rader, he did not play in that last contest between these two sides. Enters in today as the extra hitter. That one upstairs, going to go ball two. Good grab there by Spinner to make sure that there is no pass by and allow Tarley to move over from second base. So with the left-handed batter, what it means is that this is going to be Jalen Tidwell's responsibility if there is a throw down. And for Hayes, he delivers here. That one swung on there. It heads over towards right field, but right there is Caleb Delaney for the catch and the third out. We head to the top of the third inning. Pioneers lead 1-0 following the lead-off single. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETF. Bottom two of the order coming up now for the Elmira Pioneers here in the top half of the third inning. It's Jalen Tidwell and Manny Esley coming up with Caleb Delaney in the hole, who would represent the top of the lineup. But for Tidwell, yesterday he hit a home run in the contest, the second home run of the day for the Pioneers, as that one is going to go for a strike. He hit the home run that increased the score to 23-0 against Newark in the bottom half of the sixth inning. So now with a 0-1 count incoming for him, he tries to get things moving with the Pioneers. They have not scored a run since the first inning. That one outside. It's going to be a 1-1 count. They were not able to get anyone on last inning. It was a 1-2-3 inning on two flyouts to center field and then a punch out. So Roche gets ready to go here. The pitch, that one's hit on the ground by Tidwell. It's going to be grabbed there by Stout, who flings on over towards first base for Painter for the first out. So down goes Jalen Tidwell, and then coming up now is Manny Esley, who entered in as a pinch hitter yesterday for the Pioneers following what was a barrage of the offense in the third inning. When he ended up coming in there, he went 0 for 2 in the contest. First down in here now, pitch outside, ball one, following the 5-3. Esley batting 154 so far this season. Generally aggressive in the first pitch, unless if he sees something like that completely outside. That one goes inside. It's going to be a 2-0 now for him. So a 2-0 count now incoming for Esley. As he gets right here, working that back half of the box. He's got his foot on the chalk there. The pitch, that one is going to go in there for a strike. It's a 2-1 now. So 2-1 count now incoming. For Roche, he got the strikeout to end the last one. That's his 24th K of the year. The pitch, that one swung on and missed. It's strike 2. Just misses underneath that one is Esley. On deck, Caleb Delaney, who had the single earlier, was able to score there. Roche kicks, deals. That one swung high into the air. It heads towards right field, going for that one, and going to make the grab there is Tarley for the out. So second out comes in there. And it's the top of the order now upcoming with Cooper Delaney stepping up now. And he gets ready to go. Single started off his day, and then he was able to score following a Manny Castro single. So looking for a new baseball. Here is Roche. Entered in today, pitching 24 innings through 5 games started. Already gone through 2 2/3 in this one as he gives the tap on the head there. They play back a little bit, are the infielders. Bunch shown by Delaney, goes foul. Delaney a good bit of speed that he has multiple times this season gotten on base via bunts that the infield was just not able to hit their spot in time. There are plenty of guys on this team that are able to do that, including a man in Trevor Reed who is not in today. But the pitch comes in there for Delaney. That one's going to be wide. A 1-1. We've also seen sometimes where the man goes to square originally and then turns back and swings. They did that with Esley just a couple games ago. 1-1, the pitch to Delaney. That one is socked right into shallow center field. And so Delaney's going to get himself another single on the day. Big swing there by Caleb Delaney. Now gets another man on. The fourth base runner on the day. And Delaney's now 2 for 2, 7 for 9 against Olean so far this season. So now coming up is going to be Nick Spinner, who also had a single his last time up. Anthony Labate here taking you through these 9 innings of action in this contest for the Elmira Pioneers Network. As for Elmira, 1 run so far today off of 4 hits. The pitch, that one is going to go in there for a strike. Spanner just watches the first pitch go by. Bat remained on the shoulder. So 0-1 incoming. So the throw back over, that one's going to miss Delaney. Delaney's going to get back up and start running over towards second base. The throw went wide. Delaney will stay over there at second, gets a sign from Coach Drum to hold. So now Delaney moves over on the pickoff attempt that leads to an error. E1 there moves him along. So now it's a man in scoring position for the Elmira Pioneers as Delaney sits on second base. 0-1 count here for Spanner. And if he can do like he did before where he had a pull side single, Delaney should be able to score. Pull side, of course, being the sign that you bat on as that one is hit high into the air. It's going to be over there. The second baseman backing up for that one is Bates, who makes a snag and gets the out for the third out. We head to the bottom half of the third inning. 1 man is left on. It is 1-0, Pio's lead here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Bottom of the third inning incoming now, as coming up is going to be the batter here in Connor Vercolone. Stepping up now as Coach Strum is talking to the home plate umpire here before heading back on over. Potentially a discussion about when there was a trip over at first base between Delaney and the first baseman and Painter that caused just one base to get moved by Delaney. Potential talk about interference with the runner. So coming up here is Vercolone as the pitch goes in there for a strike. And so the Plymouth, Massachusetts man looks at an 0-1 count. If you've never been to Plymouth, Mass, it's a lovely spot over there by the water. You can see the rock as well where the Pilgrims ended up hitting. It's in a cage. 0-1 count, the pitch. That one is going to be upstairs, a 1-1 with an engraving on the side of the ear. So one of the spots that I'd say if you are touring Massachusetts, you should end up going to see. 1-1 count incoming. Brennan Hayes kicks and delivers. That one is going to be a bit too high. It's going to be a 2-1 now for Hayes following the fastball going in there. Hayes lit up a single, a leadoff single his last time that he was up here in the inning, as that one will go on there for a strike. Hits the bottom corner. It is now a 2-2 count. Trying to see if he can get the first down here of the inning. So far, Hayes in 2 games has thrown 9 scoreless frames. Pitch comes in there. That one's too high. It's now a full count, the first full count that Hayes has had to deal with today. And Galoni, he's batting 147 so far in this season. Grant Fournier is currently sitting in the wing. The pitch, that one fouled back. So we'll remain a 3-2 count incoming now for Vercolone, who tries to get on here. Did not play in the last game against Elmira and played in the games over at Dunn Field. The pitch, that one is swung foul, hits off the leg. So we'll remain a 3-2 following 2 foul balls. This will be pitch number 8 incoming of the at-bat here. As right now the infielders outside of Manny Castro are playing back. The pitch, that one too high for a ball. A walk comes in on a full count. 8th pitch goes high as one man gets on for Olean. So now coming up is going to be the 10th hole hitter, and Grant Fournier, who's batting .288 here, used as that second leadoff kind of guy for this team. Now trying to see if he can move the tying run over. As Spanner gives the sign there. Hayes delivers that one, a bunt shown. It's going to be grabbed by Hayes. He turns and throws over to first in time for the out to Aylward. Advances the runner over towards second base there in Vercolone, but gets the first down on the 1-3. So now it's going to go to the top of the order with Armanius Romero stepping up here. He flew out towards center field his last time up. The second time through the lineup incoming. Hayes so far, 1 hit allowed and 2 walks through 2 1/3 innings here at Olean. Hayes' delivery, that one is going to be a ball inside. So a 1-0 count. That one trying to hit the inside corner, maybe missed by fractions of an inch. As Hayes gets ready now, the pitch towards the righty. That one goes for a strike, so it's going to be a 1-1 count. As right now, Aylward is shifted a little bit over towards second base. Tidwell is playing a little further back at short. As that one is swung on there. It's going to be attacked there by Tidwell. He throws over to first base, and it goes for the second out. So 2 outs go down now. That moves over Vercolone over towards third base on the 6-3. So a force out gets out on this one for the Pioneers without allowing a man to score. But right now, Vercoloni just 90 feet away from tying this ball game up. Coming up now is Thomas Bates. He flew out towards Caleb Delaney in right field earlier, trying to see what he can do with the tying run not so far away. Haynes gets ready to go now. Back-to-back grounders that have been able to get the outs. The pitch, that one is going to be low. Ball one. As Esley runs on in and then runs back out. To try and attack if this ball goes on the ground. 1-0 the pitch. That one in there for a strike. It's a 1-1 count now. So any out here that is either a force out, a fly out, or a punch out would end the inning without a run scoring for Olean. As Hayes gets sent on the mound, he throws. That one is swung on the ground. Hayes is going to grab that and flip it on over to first to hold the man from third off. It remains 1-0 over Olean as we head to the top half of the fourth. Pioneers lead this one 1-0 here from Olean, New York. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top of the fourth inning incoming as Brett Baker gets ready to step up to the plate to take this one forward. As in between innings here in Olean at historic Bradner Stadium, the PA system started to play Pump It Up. And for anyone who knows the Elmira Pioneers, that's their run song that they ended up hearing quite a bit yesterday in that 23-0 victory. So maybe that could pump them up to try and boost the scoreboard. They only scored one. That was back in the first. First pitch goes high by Roche. They'll go for a ball. It's a 1-0 count coming here to Brent Baker, who comes into today with a 10-game hitting streak alongside a 21-game on-base streak that he looks to keep intact. The pitch, that one is swung on there, and it's going to go foul. So it just ropes a little bit to the right of the first base bag, and so now it'll be a 1-1 count. Had a good spot on it. If it could drop on in, fair, most likely moves him towards second base. So Roche now with a 1-1 count coming here against the leadoff man. He gets running. The pitch comes in. That one is going to bounce in the dirt for a ball, 2-1. So luckily no one on there. That could have allowed the base runner to advance. 2-1 count. Pioneers so far today, 4 hits in this one. The pitch, that one swung on there by Baker. Heads over towards foul right left field territory, and it'll go over the fence. So it'll be it's going to be a 2-2 count now incoming following the 2 foul balls here. Pioneers have left 2 on so far in this contest. Nick Spanner back in the first and Caleb Delaney in the last inning. 2-2 count now incoming for Brett Baker. Flew out his last time up towards center field. Now trying to keep things going. Kick and deal by Roche. That one swung on there by Baker. It heads over towards left center field. Grabbing that one is going to be Vercoloni for the first out. So 1 down so far for the Pioneers. And coming up now is going to be Manny Castro, who had the single that scored the first run of this ball game for either side. That one allowed Caleb Delaney to go on in home from third base. As Roche gets ready here, the pitch, that one is going to be up high. Ball 1. So 1-0 count coming here now to Manny Castro. He was able to score some runs yesterday for his team when he had the 2-run single, and that one's going to get it on the ground. It's grabbed there by the shortstop in Romero, who throws on over to first for the second out. So 2 down now here. Roche continues to deal. Looking to see if he can get another 1-2-3 inning. He had one back in the second. And so now getting ready up here is going to be Alex Davis, who grounded into a double play his first time up. Trying to now get a man on for his team. That one thrown on here, and that will go in the dirt for ball number 1. So a 1-0 count now incoming for Alex Davis. He comes into today with a 3.02 average. Trying to keep it going. 1-0. Pitch from Roche. That one is high. It's 2-0 now incoming for Davis. He gets ready here. And for Roche, that one is going to go in there for a strike. He gets his first strike of the at-bat and now moves it over to 2-1 here. A mostly cloudy day in Olean. As Roche throws that one, it's going to be swung on there towards shallow right field. Attacking for that one and making the snag is going to be Tarley for the third out. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Pioneers not able to get anyone on. It is 1-0 here from Olean, New York. Here for the bottom half of the fourth inning, Brennan Hayes gets back on the mound. He has thrown 14 straight innings that he has not allowed a run to pass, and steps up now trying to keep that one going. But coming up now is going to be Derek Stout. He walked his first time up. So far, in back-to-back innings. Hayes is allowed the first man to get on, one by a single back in the second, the other one in the third via walk. So Hayes returns to the rubber and gets ready to go here. His first pitch is going to be low, ball one. Great job from him in the last inning after the first man got on, being able to have 3 balls hit into grounders where he made the play on 2 of them and allowed Jalen Tidwell to do so over at short. The pitch, that one fouled back, 1-1. So for the West Division All-Star, Brennan Hayes, so far today, he's got 2 punch-outs. He's allowed a hit as well as 2 walks. As 1-1 count now incoming. That one is going to be low. 2-1 incoming. So now Hayes behind in the count with the 2-1. Has to see if he can get something here in the zone. Kicks and delivers. That one is hit on the ground. It's going to be attacked there by Tidwell, who throws on over to first to Aylward. It's going to be in time, and it's going to be for the out. So another ground out comes in here for the man on the mound in Brennan Hayes. That's the first down here of the inning. So now coming up will be Aiden Willard, who flew out towards center field his last time up. 0 for 1 today. As around the West Division right now at Jamestown, it's Batavia and Jamestown, number 1 and number 2. It's the bottom of the 3rd inning, and they are tied at 2s there. So interesting to see how that may shake up the first place spot in the West Division. Hayes gets set. Delivery, that one is going to be low. Ball 1 here towards Willard. Batting .319 entering into today. Now trying to go. Pitch, that one in there for a strike. Good way to battle back here for an exchange is Brennan Hayes, 1 for 1. He gets ready to go here. The pitch, that one in there for a ball. 2-1 now. As the infield right now playing just 3 back in terms of the shortstop, second baseman, and first baseman. Castro plays in. And that one goes towards the back foot there of the batter in Willard. So that's going to be a 3-1 count now incoming. Have to see how Brennan Hayes ends up adjusting for this one. As Willard gets ready now. Hayes steps on the stripe. Now looks down and gets ready to go. 3-1, the pitch. That one swung on there, a comebacker, and that's going to be a hit. Just a scorcher going back towards Brennan Hayes. It's a single as Baker throws it back on in. So another hit goes on the board, the second hit of the day against Brennan Hayes. And that one there will be hit number 16 on the season for Willard. And so now coming up is going to be Cooper Tarley. He had that single that led off the second inning. If he can continue that, because in this home stint against the Pioneers, he has not gotten out in that bad. He was able to get on 4 times in the last game against Elmira. 2 for 2 with 2 walks, now 1 for 1. That pitch is going to just miss for a ball. Here at historic Bradner Stadium, the lights begin to turn on as the sun is setting a little bit more and the darker clouds come on in. 1-0 count coming here for the man wearing 3-4. Hayes delivers. That one is popped in the air. Going over towards foul territory. Attacking that one is Caleb Delaney, who makes the catch in foul territory for the second out. So the first time that Cooper Tarley has gotten out against the Pioneers in this home stint comes on a fly ball over to the right fielder. And now coming up is Brian Carruthers, who struck out his first time up, the first punch out that Brennan Hayes was able to get on the day. And so now Hayes will get back up, and for Carruthers, 0 for 1 today in his first game of the season here. As first base is currently occupied by Ian Willard, who's running on this one. Spanner dumps it off, but being held there. It's grounder there in time for the out. So ground ball out there, comes in, leaves a man stranded. After 4, no runs scored by Olean. It's 1-0 Pio's lead. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Roche looking to get into his 5th inning of work here for Olean. He has allowed just 4 hits on the day and 1 run to cross. So now he has to look up against a man in Jack Aylward. And while his batting average may sit at a .244 this season, that does not express his entire offensive impact because he can still get on base at a .492 clip. Jack Aylward gets up here. Last time up, he had an absolute scorcher that went towards dead center field. Was able to be grabbed by the center fielder. Have to see now how Aylward proceeds. First pitch goes in there for a strike, so he watches the first one at belt level go down there. 0-1 now. And so Roach gets ready to go. Just one time this season, he was able to hold in a game just in 1 earned run. That happened real early on in the year. And that one was back against Niagara, the Ironbacks, on June 6th. Pitch, that one too high. It's going to be a 1-2 for Aylward. And so Roach gets back on, ready to go. Try to get the first down here. The Pioneers so far today have only been able to get the lead on off man on once. That was to start the entire game off when Caleb Delaney got a single. So now it's going to be a 2-2 count incoming here. Roach scoring set, timeout called by Aylward. And it'll be a 2-2 count remaining right now. And for Roach so far, he's at a grand total of 46 pitches. Now, Roach steps off real quick. 46 pitches so far, 28 of which have gone for a strike. As he gets ready here. 2-2 count, looking down towards Jack Aylward. Roach kicks, he deals. That one is low on the ground. It's going to be a full count coming for the first baseman. And so with the 3-2, have to see how things work here. Yesterday he walked twice. As well, he was hit by the pitch. He got on twice, but one was a hit by a pitch. That was on a 3-1 count, so it would have been a walk nonetheless. 3-2, the pitch. That one swung foul just a little underneath it there. It'll be remaining a full count, no outs here, top 5. Look down towards his catcher in Carruthers. Full count, payoff pitch. That one swung in the air, heads over towards foul territory. Attacking that one is going to be the third baseman there in Stout, who makes the snag and gets the out. So pop out goes over there towards the third baseman. And now coming up is going to be Tyler Adamo, who flew out towards center field his last time up. That was back in the second, where it was a 1-2-3 inning. Trying to see if they can change that here as the Pioneers. They would like to score another run. Pitch, that one swung on there, heads over towards left field. Going back for that one. It's going to be the left fielder, but can't make the snag. It hits off the wall there. Vericaloni not able to grab it. It's going to be a double for Tyler Adamo. Big swing there, gets him on with a double. And now it's a man in scoring position as the Pioneers look to try and extend their lead. The first extra base hit of the day comes by way of Tyler Adamo, and now Tyson Gingrich will step up to the plate to take this one forward for the Pioneers. He struck out his last time up, 0 for 1 on the day. Looking to see if he can make things through. Had a pair of doubles yesterday. One here would be able to extend this lead. Roach delivers. That one's on the ground. It's going to bounce. Good block there by the catcher in Carruthers. Adamo will stay over at second base. 1-0 count here. Gingrich right now 0 for his last 5 in this away stint against Olean. Trying to see if he can change that here with Adamo on second. The pitch, that one goes inside. Good grab there by the catcher. It's a 2-0 now. And so 2-0 lead in the count right now for the Pioneers and for their man in Tyson Gingrich. Look back as kick deal. That one swung on the ground there by Gingrich. It's going to be grabbed there by the shortstop. Great grab by Romero. Throws on over to first for Painter for the second out and moves Adamo over towards third base there on the 6-3. So now it's going to be 2 outs coming up for Jalen Tidwell, who grounded on his last time up. Now has an opportunity to try and put one on the board once again. Make it a 2-0 ball game here. So they get ready to go. Tidwell has the stance here as Roche gets ready. Jalen Tidwell watches the first pitch go by him for a strike as Tyler Adamo currently occupies third base. Last stop before coming home to try and increase this Pioneers lead. He was able to score another run in the game on Wednesday to make it a 4-2 ball game. Pitch, that one low. It goes past the catcher. Carruthers throws it on over towards the pitcher, but it's not going to be on time, and it's going to be a run scoring on a pass ball. Tyler Adamo gets home. It is 2-0 Pio's lead. Great play there by the man over at third in Adamo to recognize and run. It's 2-0 Pios. And so now the bases are empty for Jalen Tidwell with 2 outs. Pioneers are on a 26-0 run so far in terms of these past 3 games. That one goes up high. They were able to get that last run in the 9th of Olean. And from that point till now, it has been 26 unanswered by them. 2-1 count incoming now. The throw, that one's fouled back. It's going to be 2-2 coming in. And so Roach's second earned run comes by there. And this one following what was a Tyler Adamo double. Tyson Gingrich moved him over, and then a pass ball allowed him to score. The pitch, that one, swung on a miss there for strike 3. Punch out comes in, Roach gets off the mound, but now it is 2-0 Pios lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Centralis Health is the official healthcare provider for your Elmira Pioneers. Next time you need medical attention, make sure you visit Centralis Health for all of your medical needs. Thank you, Centralis Health, for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers. Returning here for the bottom half of the 5th inning, Tyler Adamo was able to score on the top half of the 5th to make it a 2-0 ball game. Brennan Hayes returns back on the mound for the Pios as they look to try and turn back-to-back wins into a winning streak. But standing in their way right now is going to be the next batter for Olean, and that is Jack Painter. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He watched strike 3 go past him. Now we'll have to see how this ends up working here. Hayes has not been able to get a strikeout since back in the 2nd inning of Painter. So just 2 punch-outs on the day. And so now Hayes gets set. He kicks and deals. That one is going to be in there for a strike. 0-1 count. Hayes starts off early with a first pitch strike. Looking at things going. The sun begins to set here in Olean, New York. That one is down low. It's going to be a 1-1. And so Hayes so far in this contest, he has thrown a grand total of 55 pitches. 29 of which have gone for strikes. The throw, that one is going to be upstairs. It's a 2-1. Now, so strike percentage so far for Hayes has been just a bit above 50% as they get ready to go now. The pitch on the 2-1, that one is swung there. It's going to be on the infield. Going for that one and calling off is Tidwell. Makes the snag, gets the out here for the first down in the inning on the pop fly. So for those scoring at home, you'd put that down as a P6 there from Jack Painter. It's coming up as Brayden Rader, who is 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out towards right field before. And right now, in this contest, Hayes continues to get ready to work. Going on now. Raynor batting .280 on the season. Trying to see if he can prove that. Pitch, that one is going to go down low for a ball. It's a 1-0 now. In this contest right now, Brendan Hayes is throwing a 52.6% strike percentage against these Olean batters. 1-0. That one down low. It's going to be a 2-0 incoming here. As right now, the big factor as well for Olean has been there 0 for 8 with runners on. So that one goes in there for a called strike. It's a 2-1 now. But right now, no runners on. Have to see if they can get one on with just one out. Bottom of the 5th inning, Pioneers lead. That one comes very close. Will not get the spot in the zone that Hayes wanted. The count is now 3-1. Try not to walk another batter in this contest. He's walked 2 so far. Hayes gets set. Kick, deal. That one swung up in the air there. Going into shallow left field. Tidwell will be called off there by Gingrich for the 2nd out. So 2 down now here in the bottom of the 5th. And coming up is going to be Connor Vericaloni, the left fielder, to take this one through. Ball in the fly out towards left field. Hayes gets back on the rubber. Has gone through 4 2/3 so far. We're going to continue to deal. Hayes gets set. Kicks and fires. That one is going to go right down Broadway for a strike right at the belt level. It's an 0-1. And so Castro right now has his feet towards the back half of the dirt as that one is swung high in the air. Heads over towards left field. Backing for that one is going to be Gingrich, who is not able to make the snag. It's going to bounce off the wall. Running over towards second base is Vericaloni, and that will be the first extra base hit on the day for the Olean Oilers as he hits a little sign over there to show how his appreciation. And now coming up is Grant Fournier. He's 0 for 1 on the day, where he batted one over towards Brennan Hayes. So 2 outs, man in scoring position in this one. So far with runners in scoring position, so RISP, for those that use abbreviations, 0 for 5 are the Olean Oilers. They have not been able to score a man so far, as they have left a grand total of 4 men on base so far this game. That one is going to go in the dirt, ball 1. 1 in each inning they have left on has Olean done. As Hayes looks back, they wait on a tying shoe here from Vercoloni over on the second base bag. Calls the timeout. The wind right now is blowing a little towards right field as they get ready to go here. 1-0 count incoming for Fournier. The pitch, that one swung on the ground there. It's going to head over towards Esley, who makes the snag, throws over the first. Will it be in time? They say that it was. So third out comes in. Another man is left on base for the Olean Oilers. We head to the top of the 6th. Pioneers score another one. It is 2-0 over Olean here from historic Bradner Stadium. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahunas, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top of the 6th incoming now is the 10-hole hitter. Manny Esley gets ready to step up here following his last out there that got to leave the man on for Olean. They have left a man on in every single inning so far. Pioneers defense has held strong. Now they look to try and increase their offense. They scored one in the last inning in the top of the 5th. That was Tyler Adamo following his double. Have to see how they adjust here and try to continue to add on to their lead. As the throwdown is coming on real soon here by the catcher, as Roach will remain on the mound for this one. Heading to try and work into his 6th inning on the game. So he gets ready to go. And if he can get 2 outs here, it would be his longest appearance on the season for Roche, as Esley now steps up. He flew out his last time up over towards right field, so tries to see if he can be the leadoff guy for the Elmira Pioneers with Caleb Delaney on deck. The pitch, that one low, ball 1. 1-0 count now incoming. So a 1-0 count now happening for Manny Esley, who has played around the infield as he Seeing that one, they say that it was fouled off his bat. It's going to be a 1-1 on the check swing. He's played just about every spot in the infield this season. He played over at third base just yesterday against Newark. We've seen him playing at short. Plays at second today. Have not seen him at first, though. That one goes in for a strike. It's going to be a 1-2. 1-2 counting coming here for Manny Esley as Roche gets ready to try and deal. If he can get an out here, he ties his season high in terms of innings pitched. 1-2, the pitch. That one fouling back. There. And so, getting back now on this one. Roche right now is crossed over 60 pitches. He's sitting at a grand total of 63 in this contest. 1-2 for the second baseman, Esley. The pitch, that one is too high. It's going to go to 2-2. Esley has done a good job fighting off his at-bats so far today. Able to get that foul ball, keep this one alive, and now gets his second ball on the at-bat. 2-2. As delivery comes from Roche. That one swung on a miss there for a strikeout. And that one there will go as the third punch out of the day for Roche. And he ties his season high in terms of innings pitched. And up to bat now for the third time through the lineup is going to be Caleb Delaney. He's doubled twice so far today. And he looks to try and bring things on. He represented the first run of the ball game where he was able to cross home. Now gets ready to go. He is 7 for 9 against Olean this season. That one low, ball 1. Playing in just 2 games against them before today. But today, 2 for 2. He was 3 for 3 in the contest on the June 20th back at Dunn Field. Pitch, that one's high, 2-0. So now Roche getting ready as there is a man warming up over in the bullpen right now for Olean. It's going to be a left-hander as that one goes in there for a strike. It's going to be a 2-1 count now coming towards Caleb Delaney. Warming up right now is Chris Leda for Olean. Pitch, that one fouled away by Delaney. Will go 2-2. So 2-2 count coming in for Caleb Delaney following the strikeout of Manny Esley. Trying to get the second out here of the inning. He's gone through 5 1/3. So far today has been Roche. He delivers. That one is going to bounce and hit Delaney. He heads over to first on a hit by pitch. And now coming up is going to be Nick Spanner. And mentioned how the All-Star list was named today for the Elmira Pioneers, and hearing from Coach Drum when he was leading off that list, 2 names he mentioned he felt got snubbed. Caleb Delaney on first base right now, and this man, Nick Spanner, batting .429 so far this season. He's 1 for 2 on the day, so that would improve his average ever so slightly. But with Delaney on first, he tries to increase it more. His first pitch swinging there, that one's fouled back. So Delaney's not able to move. As the ball went back to the backstop there, it's going to be an 0-1 count now incoming. What goes there? Roche. He gets set. The delivery on the 0-1, and that one will make it 0-2 now. So an 0-2 count now incoming towards Nick Spanner. It's the man from Middletown, New Jersey. Looks to try and get another out here. He hit Caleb Delaney last time. Here it goes. 0-2 incoming. Gets his sign, kicks and deals. That one swung on there by Spanner, and that one's going to fall into shallow center field. Another base hit comes in for Nick Spanner. A single puts him over towards first base and moves Caleb Delaney towards second here in the top half of the 6th inning. here. And now coming up is going to be Brett Baker to take things through for the Pioneers. He is 0 for 2 so far today. He has flown out twice. Now with 2 on, he wants to try and get something to move on his runners. Man on first, man on second. The man on second is Caleb Delaney. That one goes in there for a strike. The man on first, Nick Spanner, here. So then he got on for his third time today, while Spanner got on for his second. Baker trying to get on for his first time. The pitch on the 0-1, and that one's hit on the ground, and it's going to go over towards the first baseman and then Painter, who flips it on over to Roche. Great play there by the first baseman to get the out. Advances the runners, but that won't put the second out on the board there. And with that 3-1, that makes Roche have his longest appearance of the season, going 5 2/3 on this ball game. He tied his last one with the first down, where he went 5 1/3. That was a while ago. But now with a man on second and third, Manny Castro steps up. Had the RBI single to start the day off. If he can get one here, that would allow for some more runs to score. That one's hit on the ground there. It's going to be attacked there by the third baseman, Instown, who throws over to first. In time, they say that it hit off the batter, though, so it will be a foul ball. Took a while before that developed, so it'll be an 0-1 count. So 0-1 count incoming now for Manny Castro off of one that hit inside the batter's box and dropped on over towards third base. 0-1, Roach trying to get the third out here. The pitch, that one, high. It's going to be a 1-1 count. Interesting because the play was completely developing, but Castro was not moving out of the circle. As delivery comes in from the right-hander, that one's low. It's going to be a 2-1 here. Caleb Delaney over at third. Second base occupied by Nick Spanner. Trying to score some more runs. Delaney scored 1 run in the first. That one outside, 3-1. Potential opportunity to load the bases here is Manny Castro if he watches another pitch go by that's outside the zone. As getting ready now for the cleanup man in Castro. The pitch, that one swung on there, and that's going to go foul. Just a little too early on that one. Sends it towards and down the third base line. It is now a full count to Castro. Both of his strikes have been on foul balls. 3 pitches outside as well. This will be pitch number 6 of the at-bat. Full count, the delivery. That one low. Ball 4. Bases are now juiced. And so bases loaded now coming up for the Pioneers and for Alex Davis, who steps up here. He is 0 for 2 on the day. He grounded into a double play and also flew out. Now if he can get one in play or be able to get walked, it would be able to score a run for the Pioneers. That last one there, the first walk issued on the day by Roche. The pitch, that one swung on there by Davis, heads over towards shallow right field, attacking that one, but it's going to drop right before the line. 1 run will score in Delaney. Spanner will also score. They hold up Castro over at third base. 2 runs scoring on the single by Alex Davis. Great swing there on the first pitch. Pioneers now lead 4-0. And so that one there goes for the 7th hit of the ball game for them. As Manor on the corners is going to be a mound visit coming in now for the Oilers. As we wait to see the sign here in case it will be the new arm. And as the benches come out, it will be a new arm coming in. Lato will be stepping up here soon, a left-hander for Olean. When we return here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network, the Elmira Pioneers currently lead 4-0 over the Olean Oilers. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Following a bases-loaded single by Alex Davis that scored 2, it's a new arm on the mound. Chris Lietta comes on now. It's a take things forward for the Olean Oilers. There's 2 outs right now here. A 4-0 lead by the Pioneers, and for Lietta, this is going to be his 3rd appearance on the year, his 2nd in relief with a .384 ERA, and he's going to have to go up against Jack Aylward, who is looking for his first hit in the contest and the first time to try and get on. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Of course, his first swing of the bat today was an absolute scorcher out towards center field. If he got it a little bit more pull side, that one would have been over the fence. So now it's going to be 2 outs as Lietta steps up here, and Jack Aylward looks to try and increase the run total. It's 4-0 Pioneers lead here in this contest. Lietta gets set here. The throw, and that one is going to go in there for a strike against Aylward. And what happens here, now that you have a left-hander on the mound, is, as you can see over at third base, Castro has a far lead over there. As Aylward gets ready now, 0-1 the count, the pitch. That one's high, 1-1. 1-1 count now as Alex Davis occupying first base. Have to wonder if they try a double steal attempt here. Don't see a sign coming from Coach Drum. Lietta throws back over towards first base. Castro makes his steps over towards home there on the pickoff attempt. The sign step coming in. It'll remain a 1-1. So easier opportunity to throw over to first here for the southpaw, but not much more as it's a 1-1 count. Here, the pitch to Aylward. He swings hard on that one, but it'll go for a strike. Just goes past him. So it's a 1-2. Wind just about still right now. The flag out in left center field, American flag holding down low. 1-2 count here. Look over towards first. The pitch. That one swung foul. So remain a 1-2 count incoming now here. As we passed over the hour-and-a-half point here of this ball game, we thank you for joining us here on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Anthony Labonte taking you through the 9 innings of this contest here in Olean, New York. The pitch. That one swung on there, and it heads over foul. Just a bit too early. That one, if it was in fair territory, would have just dropped on in to score another run. It'll remain a 1-2. Now, and sign comes in there from Coach Drum over at third base. Ready here. 1-2. The pitch. That one outside. 2-2. Potentially trying to get inward to chase. He does not do so. So now 2's on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for the first reliever of this ball game. Pitch. That one outside. Count is now completely full. A full count incoming for Jack Aylward, trying to get on base here. He averages about 50% in terms of getting on base. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Castro over there at third base. You can see that arm sleeve there. Alex Davis at first. The pitch. That one swung on a miss there for strike 3, and that will send down Aylward. So we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Pioneers score 2 on Alex Davis's single. It is 4-0 Pio's lead over Olean. We'll return here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Bottom of the 6th inning coming up now as Brendan Haynes gets ready to go here. He's gone through 5 in this one. In the past 2 games, he's thrown 12 innings of scoreless baseball. And is get ready to go now, and stepping up to bat here is going to be Armanis Romero. He represents the 3rd time through this lineup, following his starting pitcher exiting the game in this one, where he ended up allowing 4 runs to pass, 3 of which will be earned, and 7 hits through 5 2/3. First pitch goes for a ball there, as Roche ended up throwing a grand total of 80 pitches in that one. So a 1-0 count here, no outs, no man on. That one's hit towards foul territory. Castro's going to run over for that one, but it's going to be well too far here. So it'll be a 1-1 count now incoming here. Trying to get another man on board in the leadoff spot. They've not been able to do that since back in the 3rd inning. And right now, there have been 5 left on by Olean. 1 in every single inning that they have batted. 1-1, the pitch. That one is going to go there for a strike. It's going to be a 1-2. A 1-2 count incoming now. Hayes just 2 strikeouts so far today. He gets set now. 1-2, the pitch, and that one will be hit on the ground there in foul territory. Great grab there by the coach over at third base. Makes the play and throws back over to the pitcher. It'll be a 1-2 count now. And so Romero 0 for 2 on the day. He flew out to center to start things off and then grounded out towards the shortstop. As it's a 1-2. The pitch, that one swung on there, and it's going to go right up the gut. He's going 1 for 3 on the day as Romero. Leadoff single comes in there. And now a man gets on with no outs. And so now coming up is going to be Thomas Bates, the all-star selection from Olean. One of the two steps up now, but he is 0 for 2 on the day. He flew out and grounded out. Not to go into grounding into a double play here. Hayes has done a great job in these past couple innings, being able to force the men to go on the ground outside of that double that went over the head of the left fielder. Pitch, that one is hit on the ground there. It's grabbed there by Castro. He throws over to Esley, but it's going to be too far outside. As that one will go for an error. Man gets on there, so it'll be an E5 coming in there. And we'll see if that does change, but very close to turning into a double play. There was a little tangle up there between Romero and Esley. So now there's a man on second, man on first with no outs. So E5 puts Bates on. Romero moves over towards second base, and now Derek Stout steps up now here. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a walk, but with 2 men on, the most on so far by the Oilers in 1 inning. Looks to try and bring home their first run of the ball game. And ready now on the pitch. That one was in there for a strike. Olean last time against Elmira scored their lone 2 runs in the 4th inning of that contest. 0-1 coming in now. Romero on second base here. That one's hit on the ground there. It's going to be attacked by Castro. He slips there. So a slip there by Castro. It's going to be an infield single coming in as Stout gets on now. Bases are now completely loaded here. Just a slip over there at third base. And now the bases are completely loaded. And coming up is going to be Aiden Willard, the DH, who has a single in the contest. That one came in the 4th inning. If you could get one here, put some runs on the board for Olean. As it's a meeting on the mound between Coach Burkhan and his infield. Just to see how things are going here. Following a ground ball that turned into looked like it was going to be a double play, but ended up going for an error. And then just a grounder that Castro was able to ground, but as he was getting his feet planted, slipped and fell. So bases are loaded, no outs. Hayes has done a good job so far getting balls on the ground. Just have to get the defense to get the outs. The force play at any base, so a ground ball here, you expect the throw to go on home towards Spanner, depending on how hard it is hit. So 4-0, the tying run at the plate right now. No outs so far. The pitch, that one, goes there for a strike. It's going to be an 0-1 incoming. So Hayes now ahead in the count, 0-1. Gets ready for his pitch. The throw comes in. That one's high. It's 1-1. 1-1 count coming in here to Willard as they get ready to go on here. And there is no action happening in the bullpen for Elmira. The pitch, that one low. 2-1. So what started as first pitch strike now turns into a 2-1 count incoming for Willard, who gets ready to go here. Willard gets ready. So far in the season, he has a grand total of 10 RBIs. The pitch, that one, in there for a strike. It's going to be a 2-2 now. If Hayes can get the first down here, that'll be a great boost because then a ground ball that turns a double play would not allow a run to score. But still have to get the first out here. Willard 1 for 2 on the day. The pitch, that one swung foul. Just in front of that one is Willard. Hayes jumping around. Finally could have had that one. As now he steps back on. His 6th inning of work. He's gone through 5 so far. No outs right now for Olean. The Oilers trying to put their first runs on the board in this ball game. Pitch from Hayes, that one low. Full count now. So this pitch here has an opportunity to go a couple ways. It could allow for a man to score on a walk, or it could get the first out of the inning if it is called. Have to see what the approach is here from Hayes and Spanner as they go against Willard. The full count, the pitch, that one swung on there, and it goes into center field. It's going to go for a hit. 1 run will score, and the bases will remain loaded. It's an RBI single, and the first run scores there. That one being Romero getting on home. It's 4-1 now. Pioneers lead, and still no outs with a tying run over at first base in Willard here. And so it's 4-1 now at historic Bradner Stadium. It's coming up now is going to be Cooper Tarley, who is 1 for 2 on the day so far. As Hayes gets back on to get ready to go here. He's getting ready to go now. Tarley, 2 home runs on the season. If he were to hit one, that would give them the lead. They weren't going to get a grand slam. The pitch, that one is going to be just a touch outside. It's going to go 1-0. They get ready here. A 1-0 count now incoming for Tarley. Hayes gets sad. Pitch comes in, and that one is hit hard right in the glove of Tidwell. He flips over to Esley and holds on to the ball there as Esley gets a double play. Good ball there, getting the double play for the Pioneers. So just 2 outs in 1 swing, and only 1 run is scored so far. Bases on the corners are loaded there on a hard hit ball by Tarley. Great play there by Tidwell. So now coming up is going to be Ryan Carruthers to step up now, as there were some people walking over to the bullpen for the Elmira Pioneers, and Kenan Van Duzer and Lucas Rylander. Neither are warming up right now. Hayes delivers. That one's low. Good block there by Spanner. It's a 1-0 count. They get ready here. As man on third base right now is Thomas Bates. Man over on first is Aiden Willard. That one is going to go in there for a strike. It's going to be a 1-1. Hayes has the first run within the last 7 innings, or excuse me, of the last 12 innings that he's pitched go on home. It will not be earned, though, because of the error. 1-1, the pitch. That one drops on in there for a strike right above the knees. So it's going to be a 1-2 count coming in now for the catcher. As warming up over there is Kenan Van Duzer, the right-hander for Elmira, in the bullpen. As it's a 1-2 count. The pitch, there's a running man, as that one will go and hold on there. So a stolen bag comes in for Willard on that one. And so now it's men on second and a man on third, with 2 balls and 2 strikes coming on now. Trying to hold on and only allow 1 man to score. The pitch, that one is going to be just a touch inside. It looked very close, but not there. It's a full count now. A full count coming in. Third base currently occupied by Thomas Bates. Second base has Aiden Willard. Brennan Hayes on the mound trying to get the third out of this bottom half of the 6th inning. He gets set. The pitch comes in, and that one is swung on, foul. And heads on over towards the bullpen of the Pioneers. So will remain a full count incoming here for Carruthers. A catcher. First game of the season. 0 for 2 right now. Opportunity to score some runs with runners in scoring position. Full count. Hayes kicks, deals. That one swung on the ground. It's going to be stopped there, and it's going to go into the outfield. It hit off the glove of Hayes, and 2 runs are going to end up scoring. It's 4-3 now. Big swing there by Carruthers, and that will put some more runs on the board. A 2-run single comes in there, and so now Hayes will get back on the mound. They check and make sure everything's okay as Hayes meets with his man in Spanner on the mound to discuss further. But that was just a hard hit ball by Carruthers that was able to score the 2 runs. It is 4-3. Pioneers lead. The Oilers now 3 in this inning with 2 outs. And up to bat now comes Jack Painter, 0 for 2 on the day. That one swung on there and missed for strike 1. 0-1 count now. As Brendan Hayes allows his first base runners to score in his last 12 2/3 innings within 2 games. Hayes kicks, deals. That one is going to go high. 1-1. So he returns back over towards the mound and steps back on. Close to those late innings. 7, 8, and 9 coming up just 1 out away. The pitch, that one is going to be outside. It's 2-1 now. Hayes trying to get those corners, just not going in his favor. So he gets ready now. The pitch, that one is going to be too high. It's 3-1 now coming in. Man on first base, that's Carruthers, the catcher, who got his first hit of the season and his first RBI is a 2-run single with 2 outs. Hayes 3-1 now. The pitch, that one is upstairs, ball 4. So another man comes on now for the Olean Oilers as Spanner throws the ball back in. There will be no movement here by the Miami Pioneers to maybe switch up pitching, but Hayes will remain on the mound. Is coming up now. It's going to be Braden Rader, 0 for 2 on the day. Man on first, man on second here for the Oilers. The tying run represents second base. The leading run over at first. Carruthers at second. First base occupied by Painter. Hayes delivers. That one is going to go too high. It's going to be ball 1. A 3-run 6th inning here for Olean, as they have been able to just go on through their lineup. They started in the 1 with Romero and has just continued to move here. Hayes kicks, deals. That one is going to fall there, but just too high. 2-0 now. Hayes having difficulty finding the zone right now. 3 runs have scored for Olean as he gets set. Right-hander's delivery. That one is too high again. It's 3-0. A 3-0 count coming in now for Hayes as he has eclipsed over 84 pitches in this one. 3-0 count. The delivery, that one will be in there for a strike. So able to get back into the zone there is Brendan Hayes. As he gets ready to go. A pitch outside would lead to bases completely loaded for the Oilers. 3-1. The pitch, that one outside, ball 4, bases are loaded. Bases loaded now as Coach Drum has not stepped out yet. It's going to be coming up now is Connor Vercoloni. He had a double his last time up. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a walk. And bases are completely loaded. And there's a conversation between Tidwell and Hayes. Once again, on the mound in the bullpen right now, Cannon Van Duzer. Wait 1 second before Hayes steps back on. As they were waiting on the clubs to be given back over. So, a 4-3 ball game here. 2 runs scored in the top half of the inning by the Pioneers, 3 by the Oilers. First pitch coming into Vercoloni. That one's hit high and foul. So Hayes gets his first strike in 5 pitches. As it's an 0-1 count now coming in here to Vercoloni. 147 hitter, but had that double earlier that went into left field. Bases completely loaded right now. The pitch, that one, low. 1-1. Tying run just 90 feet away. The leading run right across the diamond. Over at third is going to be Brian Carruthers. Second base is Painter, and Rader sits on first. Back-to-back walks turned into this bases-loaded situation. 1-1 pitch. That one's hit high into the air. Going back for that one is going to be Esley. He takes his steps forward. He gets underneath, and he makes a snag for the third out. Pioneers stay in the lead. It is 4-3 here from Olean, but 3 big runs score for the Oilers. We head at the top of the 7th inning. Pioneers lead 4-3 here in the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top of the 7th inning incoming following a 3-run bottom half of the 6th that Olean was able to put on the board against the Elmira Pioneers. This is the last meeting between these two teams on the season. Pioneers 3-0 in their contests, the 4 contests they've had. And now coming up to bat is going to be Tyler Adamo with Liana still on the mound for the Oilers. First pitch goes in there for a strike, and some lockdown pitching will be the important factor for the Oilers as they were able to do so in their last contest against the Pioneers when they had a Harry Kite go 4 1/3 innings to hold off the Pioneers. That one goes in there for a ball. It's going to be a 1-1 count now. 1-1 incoming here. The pitch, that one is going to be in there. Strike 3, excuse me. It was an 0-2 count against Adamo. Strike 3 is the call. having some confusion there on scoring that threw me off. So that's the first down coming in. And coming up now is Tyson Gingrich, who is 0 for 2 on the day. He has a strikeout and a ground out. And he looks to work upon. As there is one out here in the top half of the seventh. We are in the late innings of this ball game. That one is going to be low, ball one. So for Lyetta, he comes out of Point Pleasant, New Jersey by Felician, the left-hander, trying to keep things moving. The pitch, that one swung on there and missed by Gingrich. So it's going to be a 1-1 there. So a 1-1 count incoming now as Gingrich swings on that one, fouls it away. We go 1-2. On deck is Jalen Tidwell, who is 0 for 2 on the day as well. Had a home run yesterday. Trying to put some insurance runs on the board right now. Ryan Haynes currently right now had a quality start. 6 innings pitched, only 2 earned runs. That one swung on there, and that one's going to go right back towards the pitcher in Lyetta, who flips on over to first to Painter for the second out. So a 1-3 gets down Gingrich, and that'll be the second out of the inning. And now coming up is going to be Jalen Tidwell stepping up now. So Tidwell gets up now to take things further as Gingrich grounded out. Tidwell right now 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out and he grounded out before. Lyetta kicks, deals. That one swung on there by Tidwell. Heads over towards left center field. Going over and cruising for that one is going to be Vercoloni for the third out. So Pioneers are not able to score. They go down 1-2-3 as we head over to the bottom half of the seventh. We'll stretch our legs, but when we come back here, it's going to be 4-3 Pio's lead with the order coming up next for the Oilers being banners 10, 1, and 2. Bottom of the seventh incoming now. Cannon Van Duzer now on the mound for the Elmira Pioneers. He replaces Brennan Hayes, who ended up going 6 innings pitched. He had 2 earned runs in the contest as well for him. And then as well, if taking a look at the stats right now. 7 hits alongside 3 walks. And he was only able to get 2 Ks on the contest. But it is still the Pioneers' lead right now. So if this score were to hold up and the Pioneers were to win this ball game, then Brendan Hayes is in line for his 5th victory of the season. As coming up now is Grant Fournier. Stepping up now. On the day, he is sitting at 0 for 2, a pair of groundouts for him. Last inning all started with the scoring off of an E5 behind the third baseman, and then Manny Castro got a ground ball, and as he was going, just misstepped and slipped. That allowed the bases to get loaded, and all of a sudden the scoring started. But not enough to take the lead as Van Duser's first pitch comes in there for a ball. It's just a touch too high. It's going to be a 1-0 count now incoming. So a 1-0 count now incoming here. The pitch, that one is swung on and missed there for a strike. It's going to be a 1-1 count. At the top half of the 7th, it was a strikeout by Adamo, a ground out by Gingrich on a 1-3, and then a fly out towards left field there by Tidwell. So that one goes in there. That one's going to be high there for a ball. It's a 2-1 count now incoming here. Van Duzer delivers that one. Low, 3-1 now coming to Fournier. So Fournier now with a 3-1 count incoming. Van Duzer gets his sign from Spanner and gets ready now. The kick, the deal, that one inside ball 4. First man gets on via walk here in the bottom half of the 7th. And now Arminas Romero comes in now and is a man on base. The tying run on first here in the bottom half of the 7th. Romero, he got a single and started off the scoring for the Oilers back in the 6th. He scored, was not going to be earned against Hayes, but was still ruled as one as they get ready here. The pitch, but shown, that one fouled back. As there are some men walking over towards the bullpen for the Elmira Pioneers. Sam Watts is one of those men walking over right now. As it's going to be an 0-1 count incoming now. Van Duzer returns back to his set position. Grant Fournier occupies first base right now in an 0-1 count. Throw back over towards first. Aylward makes the snag, holds on. Points back, no good. Pickoff attempt, not good there. So it remains 0-1 here with Romero at bat. 1 for 3 on the day for him. The pitch, bunt shown there again, so go for a second strike. So don't expect him to try and lay down a bunt once again. If he tries and bunts foul on a third strike, that would be out as a strikeout for Van Duzer. As getting ready now. Van Duzer gets on the rubber as Fournier is dancing over here at first base. Merrill gets ready. Van Duzer gets set. He kicks, he deals. That one is going to go low. Blocked there by Spanner. Essentially trying to get him to chase there. It's going to be a 1-2 count. So no outs here in the bottom half of the 7th. Pioneers scored 2 in the top half of the 6th. Olean answered by scoring 3 of their own. Van Duzer kicks and deals. That one is going to go outside. Grabbed there by Spanner and steps on out to make sure that no one runs in terms of Fournier. So 2 pitches there, go for balls in a row. It is a 2-2 count coming in now. Manny Esley and Jalen Tidwell playing over towards second base in case of a throwdown attempt. Fournier on first base right now for the Oilers. The pitch comes in. That one is going to be, it's going to hit him on the hands there, and that puts him on. So now 2 go on. It's a hit by pitch on Van Duzer. So now Thomas Bates comes up. He got on via an E5 on a fielder's choice. So now it's a man on first, man on second, 0 outs. Tying run on second, the leading run on first, and Romero. And so Bates gets ready to go here. Get ready now. Duzer looks back over towards second base where Hillwell is showing a little bit of sign there. The throw, bunt shown, that one fouled back again. So back-to-back batters now, they've shown bunt to try and play a little small ball and move the man over. But now it'll go to 0-1. 3 unanswered right now by Olean, trying to increase that and take a lead over the Elmira Pioneers. Olean right now in the season 11-15. 4 games below 500. Elmira 1 game above. Step off there by Van Duzer. He throws over towards Tidwell for a pickoff attempt. No good. So we'll go 0-1. Right-hander warming up in the bullpen right now for the Elmira Pioneers. It's Lucas Rylander getting ready to go on the mound, as Van Duzer came in relief of Brennan Hayes. Van Duzer, bunt shown, attacked there by Aylward. Aylward will make the snag, but everyone will be safe. So an infield single on a bunt coming by Thomas Bates, and now the bases are loaded once again. With Derek Stout coming up now, who had a single his last time up. He was not able to move over following a double play. But Stout now steps up to go here. Bases completely loaded. Third base has Fournier. Second base has Romero. And first base has Thomas Bates following the bunt single. Here we go. First pitch from Van Duzer. That one, check swing, hold up. Ball 1. A 1-0 count now incoming for this batter. As Van Duzer throws that one down low. It is 2-0 now. 2 balls, no strikes, and no outs for the Pioneers. As Kenan Van Duzer looks to try and get the first out here. Pitch, that one is Stout, low, 3-0. 1 pitch outside, and the tying run comes home on a walk. Would change this entire ball game. Would be 4 unanswered runs by the Olean Oilers. They look to not get swept in the season series against the Elmira Pioneers. The pitch, that one is going to be in there for a strike. Just picks up back in the zone with the fastball. Is Van Duzer. 3-1 count here. We cross over 2 1/4 hours of a ball game. The pitch, that one swung on there. It heads on over back there towards left field. Going back there is Gingrich, who makes the snag, and it's going to be a sacrifice fly. 1 run will score there off a Stout's swing. It is now a tied ball game, 4-4. Grant Fournier came home. Armani moves over. Romero moves over towards third. Bates stays on first. 1 out comes in. It is a 4-4 ball game here in Olean, New York. What a game this has been so far. Pioneers led 4-0 entering into the bottom half of the 6th. Now in the bottom of the 7th, that lead is cut to nothing. Tie ball game. Pitch. That one. Gonna just miss by a quarter of a ball. It'll be a 1-0 count incoming now for the next batter here in Willard. It's down on first base. The pitch. That one goes for a strike, so it'll be a 1-1. Coming in now. A ground ball here can get out of the inning and keep this a tied ball game. If they could turn a double play, the Pioneers. As now getting set is Van Duzer. He delivers. That one's going to be low. Spanner able to put the glove down and cinch up the ball. It's a 2-1 count. Leading run over on third base right now, represented by Romero. Insurance run in Bates over at first. Potentially see a chance of Bates stealing. The throw back over. Elward looks to make the tag. It's not going to be in time. Bates gets back sliding safely. So we'll go back to the mound with a 2-1 count. Rylander gets off the rubber in the bullpen area. So Van Duzer looks down and gets set now. He delivers. That one is going to be fouled away there. And for Cannon Van Duzer, he now sits with a 2-2 count that he is looking at. And he is going to get ready to go here. Looking down now. Duzer with Spanner. 2-2, 1 out. The delivery, that one is swung there, and it's going to be popped up into the air. It's going to be crashing into each other is Esley and Castro. Throw down on over home is not going to be in time. And Esley is down. Manny Castro and Manny Esley collide into each other on a pop fly, and that will score a run. So it's going to be 5-4. Oilers lead as Esley is now stepping out and heading over towards the dugout to give something off. Just a hard collision there between Castro and Esley. So Willard moves over to first on the RBI single. And so now it is a 5-4 lead for the Olean Oilers following that collision there. So now coming up is going to be the next batter, Cooper Tarley, stepping up here. A 5-4 Olean lead. 5 unanswered runs they have scored here in the bottom half of the 7th inning in this one. Cooper Tarley steps up now to get ready to go here. Van Duzer gets set. He delivers. That one is going to go outside for a ball. It's a 1-0 count. As Cannon Van Duzer gets back up on the rubber there. 1-0 with 2 men on. I'm going to get on. This is his 9th appearance of the season for Van Duzer. So he gets ready to go. He has not pitched since. Get you that number just 1 second here. He has not pitched since the 4th of July against the Newark Pilots and that 6-4 loss. 1-0 count coming in now. The pitch, that one outside goes past Spanner. Men move across the bases. Man on third, man on second now. So Willard's on second, and third base is now going to be occupied by Bates. So it's a 2 men in scoring position with a 5-4 lead for Olean. 5 unanswered runs have changed this entire game in favor of Olean. As Van Duzer looks to get his sign from Spanner following the pitch that went wide. the pitch. That one in there for a strike. So for those also paying attention in terms of your wins and losses for pitchers, Hayes, alongside as the man who started off the game in Roche, will not be in terms of the decision in this contest. 2-2 count now incoming. Van Duzer delivers. That one is low, 3-2. So now, coming in here as they hold off before Banner steps in. A full count coming in here to Cooper Charlie. As Van Duzer comes to a set position and he throws. That one swung on there by Charlie. It heads over towards center field. Backing up for that one is Baker. He makes the snag. The run is going to come on in and score. It's another sacrifice hit coming in there. A sacrifice fly coming on by Charlie to put another run on the board. And moving over towards third will be Aiden Willard to make it a 6-4 ball game here. 2 outs now. I have to just get one more to get out of this one. Olean looking to not get swept against Elmira in the season series. And right now, they are looking in a lead, 6-4. Similar to what happened in their last loss, which came against Newark, as that goes in the outfield. It's going to be 7-4. Their last loss to Newark, so the only loss to Newark on the season, came by way of 6 unearned runs when they scored 4. And so now it's a man on first base following the RBI single coming in there by Brian Carruthers, who had the 2-run single back last inning. And now Jack Painter will step up here. Bottom of the 7th, a 7-4 lead right now by Olean. Cannon Van Duzer delivers. That one is going to dribble in air for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0 count. 4 runs scored in this bottom half of the 7th inning. 3 scored in the last by Olean. So they continue to go here. 11-15 on the year, trying to improve that record is Olean. Throw back over towards first base, not in time. Will remain a 1-0 count. They get ready to go here. The pitch, that one hit high in the air there. It heads over towards shallow left field. Gonna look to make the catch on that one. It's Tidwell for the 3rd out. 4-run score for Olean. It is now 7-4. Oilers lead over the Elmira Pioneers as we head to the top half of the 8th inning here from Olean, New York. Pioneers look to try and get some offense when we come back. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top of the 8th inning incoming now between the Elmira Pioneers and the Olean Oilers, as Lyanna remains on the mound. And coming up is Manny Esley, who had that tough collision with Manny Castro last time he in the field, was able to get back up and move on forward in that one, as it is a 7-4 ball game right now in favor of Olean. They scored 7 unanswered runs right now. Pitch goes in there, first pitch strike to Esley. So the Pioneers have just 6 more outs to work with to try and put 3 runs on the board. That pitch is upstairs, as it'll be a 1-1 count now incoming for Esley. On the day so far, 0 for 2. He flew out and he struck out in this one. Pitch 1. Calling the timeout real quick for a ball that went astray back there. So that pitch will be not counted. First base umpire called time just in there to get them all out of there. It'll remain a 1-1 count here for Manny Esley. On deck, it's the top of the order in Caleb Delaney, and in the hole, it's going to be Nick Spanner. Maeda getting ready now, 1-1 with no outs. Now looks, he kicks, he deals. That one swung on there and missed. Forward strike number 2. So it'll be a 1-2 count coming here to Esley. And so far, they have been able, with Maeda, to hold off the Pioneers strong. Maeda has seen 4 batters and taken 4 batters down, and that will be batter number 5. It'll be his 3rd strikeout of his relief appearance. Forwards one there, and now that's going to be the first out here of the top of the 8th inning. Coming up now is Caleb Delaney, who so far in this one is 2 for 2 with a hit by pitch. And will come up now. He's gotten on base every single time he stepped up. This is the 4th time through the lineup. Coming up here, as Lyanna gets ready here. There is a new arm coming up here in the bullpen for the Olean Oilers in case of a replacement of Lyanna. In the bullpen right now for them is Bryson Hauer. That one swung on there by Delaney, and it's going to go past, and it's going to go into the outfield. Another single for Caleb Delaney. He goes 3 for 3 on the day with singles. And now coming up is going to be Nick Spanner. The .436 batting average for Caleb Delaney does not lie, as now it's a man on first base with Nick Spanner coming up. Looking to try and cut into this deficit. A 3-run lead right now, and that is the first man on that Lyanna has let up. As Spanner right now, he's looking at a 3-4 day so far. The pitch, that one, was in there for a strike. It's going to be an 0-1. The one time he got out was a pop out towards the second baseman. Excuse me, he's 2 for 3. And then he had a pair of singles. Delaney over there at first. The pitch, that one is going to go just a touch inside. It's going to be a 1-1 incoming. They get ready to go here. Elmira Pioneers trail by 3 runs off 7 consecutive runs by the Oilers. That one's just drilled right over towards on the ground towards the third baseman. A throw away does not allow for the chance of a double play. It'll be an E5 coming in there. And Spanner comes on the fielder's choice. Spanner comes on. Delaney moves over towards second base, 1 out. So right now, man on first, man on second. As Delaney moved over based on that error that went towards right field. As up to bat now comes Brett Baker. He's looking to try and get on for the first time today. He's 0 for 3. The pitch, that one swung on there. Heads over towards left field. It's going over there. And will it drop fair? It does so. Brett Baker has his hit there as Delaney is going to get the call to go over. And going on home there, it will be inside. The swipe of the arms by the home plate umpire. It's an RBI double by Brett Baker. As they call a timeout just to get the gear from Baker. He now extends to an 11-game hit streak. 22 games in a row, he has gotten on base, and he does so there by putting a run on the board. It's 7-5, Oilers lead over the Elmira Pioneers. Now, coming up to bat will be Manny Castro. Here as time is called, and it's going to be a mound visit. Infield meeting coming in now as they get ready for Castro here. Brett Baker occupies second base, while Nick Spanner is at third. Baker represents the tying run in the ball game. As they continue to discuss here, no coach in for that meeting. It is just the players as the coach now comes out here. A swing that came so close to being a foul ball over there in left field, but dropped just on in. Now the coach comes in to extend this mound visit. As now going off the mound is Laiata. He ends his day, and a new arm will come out of the pen, and that's going to be the man coming up for them. Number 40, Bryson Hewer, the right-handed pitcher, coming out now to take things forward for the Oilers. It's 7-5 here from Olean, New York. When we return, it's going to be the cleanup hitter and Manny Castro for the Pioneers. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Back here for the top of the eighth, new pitcher on the mound, Bryson Huar, stepping on now. He comes in replacement of Laiata as Brett Baker just hit a solo run double that has put this one to a 7-5 ball game with Manny Castro now stepping up. He had a single to start the day off. First pitch comes in there. That one will go for a ball. It's going to be a 1-0 count in now here for him. And so for Huar, he enters into this one. And so far on the season for him, he is going into his 8th appearance. The pitch, that one swung on there by Castro, foul. He is in his 8th appearance. He's thrown 12 innings so far with an ERA of 5.25. So 1-1 count now incoming. Pioneers have scored 1 in the first, 1 back over in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and now 1 here in the 8th. That one swung on there by Castro, heads over towards left center field. Going to grab that one is going to be Fournier, as it's going to look to be a sacrifice fly. The throw back over towards first is going to be in time. Did he get in there before Spanner did? I believe he did. There will be a discussion there. We'll see if they count the run or not. But when we come back, it's going to be the bottom half of the inning here from Olean, New York. Bottom of the 8th inning incoming now as Lucas Rylander comes on the mound. It is a 7-6 ball game in favor of the Oilers. The Pioneers will have 3 more outs to try and work with. Rylander did pitch in the last contest against the Oilers. He went in there before Sam Watts ended up getting the save. Rylander got the hold in that one, and now looks to try and continue it here. Only 6 runs to 7 by Olean. As up to bat coming up now is going to be Braden Rader to take things forward. First pitch comes in by Rylander, and that will go for a strike. Good pitch there by Rylander to get the first strike. He comes in relief of Cannon Van Duzer, who comes after Brendan Hayes, who's starting the day all off. There it goes. 0-1 count incoming. The pitch, that one swung foul. It's an 0-2. So 0-2 count coming in here for the Pioneers. Now, mine right now, 1 game above 500. They are also looking out for the game between the Niagara Ironbacks and the Geneva Red Wings. Geneva at Niagara. as it's an 0-2 count. Incoming, that one swung on there. It hits off a Rhinelander. He'll make the grab and flip over to Aylward in time for the out. So that one was a scorcher right back towards Rhinelander, but is able to make the play and get the out here. One down now in the bottom half of the 8th. As coming up next is going to be Connor Vericaloni to step up here, one of the few men not to have gone up earlier in the last inning. As looking at that game at Niagara, it is 4-3, Ironbacks lead over the Red Wings. If the Ironbacks were to win here and the Pioneers are not able to make up that 7th run there, the Ironbacks would jump into the 4 seed in this one. Pitched by Rhinelander, that one is swung foul by Vericalone. He is 1 for 2 on the day with a double as well as a walk. 0-1 count right now. Pioneers getting ready now. Rhinelander kicks, deals that one outside, ball 1. It's a 1-1 count. As other games as well happening right now, it's the bottom of the 8th in Jamestown. Batavia leads 8-5 over the Tarp Skunks. A lot of implications for the top of the West Division there. Pitch that one, swung on a miss there for a strike. It's going to be a 1-2. 1-2 count incoming now. Lucas Rhinelander trying to get the second out, send down this this team in order to get his bats up to go. Rhinelander kicks, deals that one high. It's a 2-2 count now incoming. 2-2 count now. It was a 4-0 lead by the Elmira Pioneers. Then 3 runs were scored in the bottom half of the 6th, 4 in the bottom half of the 7th by the Oilers. That one swung high into the air into foul territory. Spanner takes off his mask and heads on over for it, but it's going to go too far. It'll remain at 2-2. Pioneers were able to score 2 to try and get this one closer in the top half of the inning. But now it is a 2-2 count incoming here for the man over in left field. As the look comes down from Rhinelander. He kicks, he deals. That one low. It's a full count now incoming with Rhinelander on the mound. The Oilers trying to get their 12th win on the season and get their first win over the Pioneers on the year. Full count incoming. The pitch. That one swung and a miss there for strike 3. Rhinelander puts down the next man by strikes. So 2 down now, 1 out away from getting his bats back up. And coming up now is going to be the center fielder in Grant Fournier to come to the plate. And right now he is looking at a day of 0 for 2, but with a walk. So he has gotten on in this contest. Have to see how things end up changing as Rhinelander gets ready. It's a righty-lefty matchup coming up now. Rhinelander kicks, he deals. That one is going to be just a touch high. 1-0 count. And Rhinelander has been that reliever for the Pioneers so far. That has been the one where you have him come in those tight situations, as that one will go there for a ball. It's going to be a 2-0. Him and Watts, the only pitchers so far this season for the Pioneers to have saves. Watts has 2. Rhinelander has 1. 2-0 count here to Fournier. The pitch, that one is swung on there, foul. 2-1. So a 2 balls, 1 strike count now incoming for the batter. As Rhinelander takes his look down towards Spanner. Spanner gave him his sign. He throws. That one is going to be in there for a strike, a called strike at that. So now it is going to be a 2-2 count incoming with 2 outs. Rylander just needs one more strike to get out of this inning and send it to the top of the ninth for the Pioneers bats to try and tie this one up, if not take the lead. The look down comes here by Rylander. He squares, he kicks, he deals. That one swung on there. It's going to head foul. So it will be remaining at a 2-2 count. Due up for the Pioneers, unless if there's any sort of changes for a pinch hitter. It would be Alex Davis, Jack Aylward, and Tyler Adamo stepping up. Rylander gets ready here. He kicks, he deals. That one swung on there, heads over towards the center field. Going back there is Baker, who makes the grab and gets the third out. So 3 down now. We head to the top of the ninth. Pioneers have just 3 outs to work with when we return here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top of the ninth inning incoming. Alex Davis steps up to the plate to take this one further. The Elmira Pioneers have just 3 outs to work with. First pitch, that one swinging foul. It'll be for strike number 1. On deck, Jack Aylward. Following him in the hole is going to be Tyler Adamo. So no sign of a pinch hitter right now. We'll have to see if that does end up changing depending on the situation. But here it goes. 1 strike here. That one will go for a second strike. So it's an 0-2 count incoming for Alex Davis. Pioneers are down to the last 3 outs here in the top half of the 9th inning. They trail 7-6 here. They scored 2 the last inning. The 3-out came by way of a sacrifice fly that then turned into a double play. And that one outside, 1-2. It's a 1-2 count coming in here. Bryson Huar on the mound. He came in replacement of Liana. Davis gets right in here. Lock and load. Pitch, that one swung on there, and that one's going to go over towards the second baseman who can't make the play. The throw, is it in time? It is not. As you see the hands go by Coach Nasty Nate and also the first base umpire. It's an infield single coming for Alex Davis. That's the first man on. He represents the tying run now on first. And Jack Aylward now steps up to the plate with an opportunity. If he could get one over the fence for the 4th time this season, it would put the Pioneers in the lead over the Olean Oilers. But he would have to, once again, get one over the fence. That's not an easy task to do. Alex Davis on first base right now. The pitch, that one low, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count here. The Elmira Pioneers 10 hits in the contest. The Oilers have 9 in this one, but the score is in favor of Olean. Man on first, though. 1-0 coming here to Jack Aylward. Pitch, that one inside. Aylward has to step out of it. It's going to be a 2-0 count. Coming in now. Hoover, 2-0 count now in here. Davis gets his lead over at first. The pitch, that one is going to be low again. It's 3-0 count coming here to Jack Aylward. With a man on first base, a walk here would put him in scoring position. The scoring run in tying run in scoring position and the leading run on base. Hoover gets set. Kicks and deals that one low again, ball 4. 4-pitch walk goes for Jack Aylward. He gets on for the first time today on a walk. And now coming up is going to be Tyler Adamo to take this one further. Tyson Gingrich sits on deck here as well. But now it's going to be a substitute runner coming in. It's going to be Trevor Reed as the substitute runner, number 45, coming in to replace for Jack Aylward as he comes in now. What an interesting situation here to replace your man with Trevor Reed. But you see the more speed that Reed can have on that base path, potentially an opportunity here. Tyler Adamo coming in over at home to get ready to go. Getting ready now. Hoover looks down towards home after a 4-pitch walk of Jack Aylward. Tying run in scoring position. The throw. Bunt shown, not pulled back. It's going to be strike number 1. The infield charged on that one. It's an 0-1 count now incoming towards Tyler Adamo. This is going to be a lot of pressure going on Carruthers. Not have a ball pass you or else there's an opportunity for a man to score. Adamo shows bunt. He'll pulls back. That one will go for a ball. It's going to be a 1-1 count with no outs. And getting ready now. On second base, Alex Davis. First base, the pinch runner in Trevor Reed. Showing bunt again is Tyler Adamo. He pulls back. That one low. 2-1. So now what the Pioneers are doing is they're showing bunt, pulling back, getting ready to swing if need be, with having the infield closing in. First baseman there and Painter move forward as he's up forward. Adamo shows bunt. The pitch, that one inside, 3-1. Good pull back there by Adamo. It's a 3-1 count, 1 ball away from loading the bases as a new arm is coming out to the bullpen for the Olean Oilers out there. The man going to warm up right now is number 4 there, Aiden Coburn. Adamo shows bunt on the 3-1. He pulls back. That one low, ball 4, bases are loaded. So the bases are loaded. There is nobody out here for the Pioneers. They just need 1 run to tie this ball game up. Tyler Adamo moves over. On third base right now is Alex Davis. Trevor Reed is on second, and Tyler Adamo is on first. It's a meeting on the mound coming up now. Once again, Coburn over in the bullpen right now for the Olean Oilers. Bases completely loaded. From this one, up to bat next would it be Tyson Gingrich as the home plate umpire begins to walk out, try and break it up. Coach Drum talking to his runners here over at third base to discuss as the meeting breaks up there on the mound. Say, get ready to go here. Gingrich is going to ramp around here. We thank you for joining us here in the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. It's the top of the 9th inning. The Pioneers are down by 1 run. There is no outs here. It is a bases-loaded situation. Anthony Labonte taking you through this 9th inning. Pioneers and Olean, this is their last meeting on the season. Elmira is 3-0 against Olean this year. But right now, who were trying to make it so that it is going to be their first loss. However, bases are completely loaded. First pitch, that one, it goes for a strike. Hoover walked the last two batters in Adamo and Aylward. Aylward was pinch ran for by Trevor Reed. Getting ready now. Pitch. That one swung on there by Gingrich. It'll go foul. So it's an 0-2 count now incoming here. On deck, Jalen Tidwell, the shortstop for the Pioneers. An 0-2 count here for Gingrich. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Hoover, the pitch. That one swung on there by Gingrich. It heads over towards foul territory. Hat comes off there of the left fielder, but it's going to go too far. It'll remain an 0-2 here for Gingrich. A pair of doubles just yesterday. If you were to get one here, that will allow for the Pioneers to take the lead. They have the tying run just 90 feet away over at third base. That's Alex Davis. Trevor Reed is on second base. He represents the leading run. 0-2 count. For the lefty batter, the pitch. That one low. 1-2. They get ready to go now here. 1-2 count. Top of the ninth inning. No outs to Tyson Gingrich. The pitch there, swung there by Gingrich. Foul. Good job fighting off in this at-bat against those strikes. It's a 1-2 count. Still remains. A 7-6 ball game. Olean scored 7 unanswered. Then the Pioneers came back with 2 in the top half of the 8th inning. Lucas Rylander came on the mound and was able to hold off in the bottom half of the 8th. 1-2-3. Now bases loaded. The 1-2, the pitch. That one's low. It's 2-2. Both of the balls have been down low towards the dirt by Hoover. 2-2 count coming in here. Just needs one strike to get the first down in this inning. Gingrich trying to change that. The pitch, that one swung on there. It heads over towards center field. Going back there for the catch is going to be made there by Fournier. The run comes on home. It is going to be a tied ball game. Alex Davis comes home. Trevor Reed moves over towards third base. They say that he tagged up on time. So now the leading run is just 90 feet away after the sacrifice fly by Tyson Gingrich. And coming up is going to be Jalen Tidwell. First base still occupied there by Tyler Adamo. As this ball game is now all tied up in the top half of the 9th inning. An instant classic here from historic Bradner Stadium. As Tidwell comes up here, he's 0 for 3 on the day. A ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout to his name. As they get ready to go here. 1 out here, men on the corners. 7-7 is a whole new ball game. The pitch, that one hit on the ground there by Tidwell. It's going to go into the outfield. Trevor Reed is going to score. Tyler Adamo goes to second. It is 8-7. Tidwell, with his first hit of the day, comes on an RBI single into the outfield, and that will give the Pioneers the lead. It's now an 8-7 lead, as it's actually going to be a pinch hitter coming in now for the Elmira Pioneers for this one, as it's a man on second, man on first. 8-7 ball game coming up now, as getting ready to go here. Hoover gets set to throw. That one comes in, and that one's going to be low. It's going to go for ball 1. Brandon Duback is the batter right now. Number 3 replaces Manny Esley as they get ready to go. It's a 1-0 count to Duback. A 1-run lead right now by the Elmira Pioneers. 2 runs in this one. Duback swing. That one is swung foul. It's going to be a 1-1 count. Duback had a home run yesterday at Dunn Field where he hit one over the left field wall to score the first run in the ball game. Trying to add some more insurance runs here. 1 out, a 1-1 count for Brandon Duback here in this one. The pitch, that one going to be low. It's 2-1. Just 1 out so far in the top half of this inning. The Pioneers have scored 2 runs to take the lead back. It is 8-7 over the Oilers. Now, the pitch, that one low. 3-1 for Duback. On deck for the Pioneers, Caleb Delaney, the top of the order, looking to take things through. They'll look down from Hooer. Gets ready to go here. 3-1 the count. The pitch, that one, going to go in there for a strike. It's going to be a full count. So Hooer now puts the count to full in this 8-7 ball game. 2 men on right now. Tyler Adamo on second base. Jalen Tidwell over on first. Brandon Duback up at the plate. He's the pinch hitter for Manny Esley. Trying to add some more runs. 3-2, the pitch. That one swung on there by Duback. It heads over towards right field, and it's going to drop on in. Tyler Adamo is going to move over towards third base. It's a single for Brandon Duback and extends this inning. So now the top of the order comes up, and who else would you want in this situation than Caleb Delaney? So far on the day, he is 3 for 3 with singles, as now the coach will come out, and it will be a new arm coming onto the mound for the Olean Oilers. It is an 8-7 ball game here in Olean as the new arm comes out on the mound. It's going to be Coburn stepping up for the Oilers. We will step aside here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Elmira leads 8-7 over the Oilers. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Aiden Coburn on the mound now for the Olean Oilers as the Pioneers currently have bases loaded following a Brandon Duback pinch hit single. And coming up now is going to be Caleb Delaney, the top of the order now for the Pioneers. Delaney so far today, he is 3 for 3 with 3 singles. He also got on by a hit by pitch. First pitch by Coburn. It's going to be too high. Adamo's going to run on home. He slides on in with his feet and gets on in there for the 9th run of the ball game. A wild pitch puts the 9th run on the board. It is 9-7 Pio's lead. They entered into this inning down by a run, and all of a sudden, now they are up by 2. A 1-0 count coming here to Caleb Delaney. As advancing over as well was Tidwell and Duback. That one going to be low, 2-0. 2-0 count coming in now. Coburn still on the mound here. The pitch, that one swung on there by Delaney, and that's going to drop on in. He's 4 for 4 on the day. He's going to score 1 run there in Jalen Tidwell. It is now going to be 10-7. Pioneers lead. They have mustered a 4-run inning to take the lead once again. Caleb Delaney, one of the hottest batters for the Elmira Pioneers, and is an absolute snub of the all-star voting, as Coach Drum has said. As coming up now is going to be Nick Spanner. Man on first, man on third. That's Delaney on first, and that is Brandon Duback over on third base as Nick Spanner gets ready to go. Coburn gets ready to go. The pitch, that one is going to be in there for a strike. Nick Spanner so far today, he is 2 for 4. He's got a pair of singles for him. 0-1 count now incoming. The pitch there by Coburn. That one goes past the catcher. Running on his way home is Duback. No throw is going to come. It's 11-7. Man wearing number 3 comes on home and represents as the 5th run in this inning for the Elmira Pioneers as they take the lead in this one. Caleb Delaney moves over towards second base. It's a 1-1 count incoming now for Nick Spanner. Coburn kicks, deals. That one's hit high into foul territory. Running over for that one is going to be the first baseman, and it's going to go into the netting there for that one. So it's going to go to a 1-2 now for the batter here in Nick Spanner. To put into perspective how incredible this inning is right now, the Pioneers were leading 4-0. Then it became a 7-4 ball game as that one swung and a miss there for strike 3. That'll be the second out. They were able to put up 2 back in the top of the 8th, but now all of a sudden it was a 7-6 ball game entering the top of the 9th. Pioneers had just 3 more outs to work with, and they have been able to score 5 to just take this lead back. They want to go 2 games above 500 as Brett Baker steps up to the plate now. Extended his on-base streak and hitting streak today. 11-game hitting streak, 22-game on-base streak. That one goes for a ball. It's a 1-0 count. Pioneers have to worry about the Niagara Ironbacks, who are currently on their tail. Right now, top of the 9th, it is 3-4 Ironbacks lead at Niagara, so Geneva's down to the last ounce. That one just goes past the catcher. Delaney's going to move over towards third. So 2-0 count here for Brett Baker as Delaney moves over to third base. Looking to try and be the 12th man to score for the Pioneers if there is another pass ball. 11-7 right now. That one's inside. It's 3-0. Grab there. Good job there by Carruthers. Baker had to jump out of the way. A 3-0 count here incoming. Colburn's pitch. That one in there for the first strike of the at-bat. 3-1 count. Three-one here. Coburn pitch. That one swung on the air by Baker. There. It's going to be a 3-2 count. Full count incoming. As now getting ready. Baker steps back up to the plate. Full count coming here towards Brett Baker. The pitch. That one swung on there. Heads over towards the outfield. And for the left fielder, Enver Coloni for the third out. It is 11-7 Pioneers lead. They score 5 to come back into this one. And now Olean has 3 outs to work with to try and come back into this. When we come back, bottom of the 9th here from Olean, New York. Bottom of the ninth, and coming now, some defensive changes for the Pioneers. Ryan Gabbianelli is over at first base. At second base, Tyler Adamo switches from the extra hitter to the second baseman after Manny Esley was pinch hit for by Brandon Duback. But remaining on the mound is Lucas Rylander. The Pioneers just need 3 more outs. They currently lead 11-7 after a 5-run top half of the ninth that put this game back alive and in favor of the Pioneers. Coming up to start things off is going to be the top of the order. It's Armanis Romero stepping up now. He is 1 for 3 on the day with a hit by pitch. First pitch from Rylander. That one is swung there. It heads over towards the outfield. Going for that one is going to be Baker, who gets the can of corn for the first out. So 2 more outs that Olean has to work with here to try and come back into this one following first pitch swinging. Coming up now is going to be Thomas Bates. Pioneers trying to get 2 wins above 500, get the season series sweep over Olean. As Rylander looks down towards home, towards Spanner. He kicks and deals. Bates swings on the first pitch. That one would go foul. Didn't get ready to go. 0-1 count now for the batter here in Thomas Bates, the all-star selection for the Olean Oilers. As Bates gets ready, and so does Rylander. Here for his second inning of work. Kick, deal. That one swung on and missed there and fouled away. 4 strike 2 as the Elmira Pioneers trying to get another punch out here, get the second out, and move just 1 out away from the season sweep over the Oilers. Rylander gets set. He gets a sign from Spanner. The kick, the deal. That one swung on there. Heads over towards right field, but it's going to go foul. A hard hit ball in there by Bates. Just goes foul. 11-7 lead, Pioneers. An 0-2 count here. The Oilers have scored 4 in an inning before. They scored 4 back in the 7th. Rylander kicks, deals. That one swung on there. Heads out over towards right field. Backing up for that one is going to be Delaney, who makes the catch right before the foul pole over there and gets the second out. So 2 down now, following the 2 flyouts, and 1 more out is needed by the Pioneers to take the victory in this one. As coming up to the plate now is going to be Derek Stout, the other all-star selection for the Olean Oilers. He is 1 for 2 on the day with a single. He walked once, and he got a sacrifice fly that scored a run. Rylander looks down. He kicks. He deals. That one's going to be high. It's going to be a 1-0 count. If Lucas Rylander can get this last out, he would be able to get the win on the game and improve to a 1-1 record on the season. Pioneers would go 2 games above 500. That one swung and a miss there for a strike. They would also remain above Niagara Ironbacks in terms of the 4th seed in the West Division. Of course, the top 4 seeds make the playoffs. 1-1 count. Pitch. That one swung on there. Heads over towards left field. Going back for that one is Gingrich. And he is going to reach out. Does he make the catch? He is going to not be able to. That one just dropped, so it's going to be a double coming in for Derek Stout. Man in scoring position here. Big double there comes in. Very tough play there by Gingrich. Of course, the shadows over there make it a little difficult to see play there. His throw comes in. Thought he had the catch. The umpire ruled that he did not. As they point down, trying to see if they can get a talk, but it will not go. So a double for Stout there puts him on to second base. As now coming up is going to be the next batter. It will be Aiden Willard coming up here, trying to put a run on the board. They need a little bit of a rally here, trailing by 4. That was just a nice track down by Gingrich. Unfortunately not able to make the catch. Stouts on second. First pitch, that one is going to go just a touch outside. It's a 1-0. Count now. Pioneers just need one more out to get the victory. Come back from a 7-4 deficit in this contest. That one goes on the ground and heads over to Adamo, who throws on over to first in time for the out. The Pioneers complete a 3-run comeback and win this one in the 9th, 11-7, on the back of a 2-run 8th and a 5-run 9th. They defeat Olean for the fourth time this season through their 4th meeting. They sweep on the season, and they are now 2 games above 500 and remain in the 4th spot, for the West Division. And they got a huge momentum victory there here in Olean, New York. As we take a peek on the upcoming games for the Pioneers, it's going to be some crucial ones. It's Batavia tomorrow on the road that they look to complete. Then on Sunday, it is a home doubleheader going against the Niagara Falls Americans, who have beaten the Newark Pilots today. So they break up their 9-game losing streak with a win on this one. Then on Tuesday, it's the Geneva Red Wings for Chemung Canal Trust Night and Guaranteed Win Night. Both of those games sponsored nights, so if you want to get some seats there, make sure you call for ticket information. Call 607-734-2690. The Pioneers win this one through 9 and are able to make a momentous comeback and a phenomenal win in an instant classic here from Olean, New York. We'd like to give a special thank you to our owners, Robbie and Miss Nellie Nichols, alongside our general manager, Mark and Tabitha Witt, and our assistant general manager is Jacob Rose. From Olean, New York at historic Bradner Stadium, I'm Anthony Labate saying so long. We will see you tomorrow from Dwyer Stadium for the 4th meeting between the Elmira Pioneers and the Batavia Muck Dogs, as the Pios now are looking at a record of 15-13.